One of the greatest fascinations for me, and one of the greatest questions I've ever had, is what makes us do this? What makes the people within society so willing to relinquish the power that they have, and so unwilling to reclaim that power, so unwilling to step back and look at the way this world is run? When you step back and you look at it, it almost becomes too obvious. It becomes too obvious to see what is going on here. The world's in a dreadful mess, it really is. And it would be so easy to fix, my friends. It would be so easy. This is what I've tried to put across. This has been the message that I've tried to bring to everybody on all of these shows. I don't pretend to have the answers for people. I don't pretend to know everything about every topic. All I can ever offer you on any of these programs, in any of my films, all I can ever offer you is my perspective. I can't claim for it to be anything else. Am I right in everything I say? I don't know. I'm right according to my belief, according to what my research has led me to believe. But that belief is always subject to change as new information comes to hand. One can only ever base their claim of knowledge upon what information they have had access to up to that point. As new information becomes available, a discerning person will be very willing to change their point of view. You've very much got to retain your objectivity when looking at the mechanisms that run this world, when looking at this whole conspiracy, this global conspiracy that does indeed exist, folks. The global conspiracy that was mentioned by John F. Kennedy. This is a reality. This conspiracy does exist, and it does control all of our lives. But when looking at it, it's very, very important to maintain a belief system that is flexible. And it's very important to be able to be willing to change if new information comes along. You can't allow yourself to believe anything too much. All you can ever hope to do is gain a clearer view of the path that has brought humanity to this point, a clearer view of the mechanisms that are being used to shape this planet, to shape our world. As I've often said, people are always looking for someone to blame. Sure, it's nice to have someone to blame, because if we blame someone else, then we don't have to blame ourselves. And is there a ruling hand at the top? Yes, absolutely there is. But we can't blame that ruling hand. What is needed is to not blame anyone. What is needed is to understand the mechanism that holds it in place, and that mechanism is ourselves. We, the people, are the system. We, the people, are the military. We are the police. We are the lawmakers. We are the ones who sit in the high places and believe that because we have a bigger sandpit, we're more important. But really, we are the strings that are being pulled, and we are allowing ourselves to act as these strings. And ultimately, we are being used to construct our own prison. What's needed is for people to come to this understanding and simply stop complying with this system, start helping each other. And that is the message that I have very much tried to bring to everybody on all of these radio shows and in all of my films. There are two types of knowledge. There is the knowledge that is gained through the acquisition of information, and there is also an inner knowledge, a knowing that exists within all of us. If you can look deep enough within yourself and find it, you'll find that it's there. Your intuition, the language of your heart, the language of electromagnetism that is being spoken to you by the surrounding field, that's letting you know what is really going on. For some people, it's right there, it's bubbling near the surface of their psyche, whereas other people sometimes have to look very deeply to find this knowing within themselves. But if you can look deep enough, you'll find that it's there. Your heart will tell you what is right, what is just, and what is proper. And if you look deeply enough within yourself, you'll find this knowing there. And then if you look deeply enough into the heart of other people, you'll also find that knowing there. You'll find the same energy there. What you'll find there, ultimately, is yourself. This is the way it's always been for me. The world is facing difficult times, but it's nothing that we can't get through. And we are making a difference. We made marvellous progress with the swine flu vaccinations. I believe that we've also made a reasonable amount of progress in Copenhagen this year. I think that our leaders know that we know what's going on. There have been so many leaks surrounding the whole climate change scam that has come forth in the last few months that I really think that we've turned the tables around there as well. So don't ever lose heart, my friends. Understand the power that you do have and understand that we are making a difference. Well, we're getting close to the end of the show. Thanks for putting up with me just talking to you again today. This is another day where I came in with absolutely nothing prepared and just thought I'd talk to you about a few things. I really came here today with the intention of hopefully just putting the message in a nutshell for you all. I think it's a very important time for humanity. I think it is a very important time for the evolution in humanity's consciousness that is occurring. And I think that that is where the whole secret lies. That is where the answer lies. I believe an evolution in our way of thinking is taking place, and this is what is needed to fix the problems in the world. We need to get away from the television corporate version of reality that has been presented to us and that is maintained by our governments and media. We need to get away from this boxed, misconceptional view of reality, because it's not what reality is at all. I believe we are very, very close to regaining the power that we have as human beings and to addressing the situation that the world faces. I believe that all of the criminals in power will be held accountable for their actions. I don't wish to see any of these people killed or locked up or imprisoned or anything. I just want the power that they hold to stop. I just want the world to start going in the right direction. And I believe that this can be achieved, and I believe that the solution to all the problems that we face as human beings lies in we the people re-establishing the connection we have to each other. Well, that's about it for the day, folks. Thank you again for listening. Please continue to visit thecrowhouse.com. I will be closing the Ventrilo server down on the website within the next few weeks. I simply can't afford to keep it running past this point, so I'm going to be letting that one go. But the website will still be there, the forums will still be there, the films are still available there, the book is still available for free. If you can help with a donation, it's always appreciated. And I will speak to you again next week. Thank you again for listening. In Lakesh, my friends, in Lakesh.